Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wealth Defense Radio, the podcast. I'm your host, Josh Nahosa, and I'm an independent advisor representative for Swan DFW, and that stands for Sleep Well at Night, Dallas, Fort Worth. And I am here with the MacBook expert.
That's me.
It is Hector Hinojosa.
Good morning.
Hector is a certified financial planner, which is the top mark in our industry. Yep. He started Swan 11 years ago as we record this episode and has been in the industry for
since
a
1993,
while.
Yeah. That's what, 33 years. I've been in the industry longer than I've been alive. I don't know how the math works there, but
yes,
obviously I'm no older than 33 or 34 years old.
Math expert.
This time thing, I've got this figured out.
Yeah. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to give us a like and subscribe for more episodes like this. And if you're on Spotify, I believe you can just follow us, leave us a 5-star review, send it to a friend. Yeah. So why don't you tell everybody what we're talking about today?
We're going to talk about diversification. It's one of the most important things when we're investing. And we're going to talk about some of the upsides and downsides. And the reason we're talking about it, obviously, is people start getting really nervous when markets are acting like they're acting today. Some people are calling this a crash. We don't like that word. We like more of a correction. Means the same thing. It just sounds better somehow. Anyway, that's what we'll be talking about. And again, none of this is actionable. We don't want anybody selling into a really down market, but maybe some things you need to talk to us about or somebody about. Yeah.
But before we do that, we have a news story today.
Okay.
As well as being a certified financial planner, Hector is a recovering Catholic.
Yes.
And today, as we record this, is Shrove Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Catholic or not.
Fat Tuesday.
Mardi Gras. I know what that is. Well, and I know what tomorrow's Ash Wednesday, huh? I could still go back and be a altar boy.
Mm-hmm. This would be a few days ago if you're listening to this as it comes out. As we're recording this, it's Tuesday, the 4th of 2025. It's also known as Pancake Day, and
I've never heard that before.
That is why we're going to London for this news story.
Guys.
Yep. Racers dressed as skyscrapers, beekeepers, chest of drawers, just wild costumes.
Okay.
Race around central London Square with a frying pan in hand for the annual Pancake Day race.
So you have a pan and a costume.
And a pancake.
And a pancake in the pan.
In the pan. So at the start of the race, you have a pancake in your pan, you flip it.
Yeah.
And you race whatever the course length is, somewhere between 400 meters to about a kilometer. Mm-hmm. And at the end, you have to flip it, and you're not allowed to drop your pancake. Otherwise, it seems like you're disqualified.
And so if you win, you get pancakes for life?
You know, that's actually a great question. Winners receive a trophy.
Oh, a pancake trophy.
And a frying pan.
The most important thing.
Right. So my question to you is, do you think you would be good at this?
No. Because as you know,
you would eat the pancake.
Yes, I'm a pancake connoisseur, and if the pancake looked good with a little butter and syrup, pancake wouldn't make it past the first 5 yards. But I could probably get into a silly costume. But 400 meters today, as bad as I feel, seems like a long way. Can we do it over 3 days, maybe?
I think a 400-meter race over 3 days feels a little long to me.
Well, you know.
The tradition dates back to 1445 when a housewife was so busy making pancakes that she forgot the time until she heard the church bells ringing for the church service.
Oh, it's necessity.
So she raced out of the house to church while still carrying her frying pan, tossing it to prevent it from burning. And that is the tradition of the pancake race.
How about that?
Yep. 1400s.
So who ate the pancake, does it say, when she got to church?
Does not say.
The minister probably paused and said, wait, pancake break.
Yep. Yeah, you have to assume once somebody shows up at the church with pancakes at that time.
Ministers always get them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's part of your tithe.
Yeah. Oh, 10% of the pancake then would go to, Okay.
So, seamlessly. From pancakes to diversification.
If this lady had been diversified, there would be pancakes and bacon in that. In that pan. So there you go.
Yeah. So
now it's seamless.
Yes, now we're seamless. So back to diversification.
Right.
Sticking, I guess, with the breakfast theme.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the first big thing of diversification.
Yeah.
And that is not sticking all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
You like how I tied that in?
Yeah, I like that. That's very
Professional.
good. If we had eggs, bacon, and pancakes, well, you got a 2x2x2 at Denny's. Or at IHOP, I guess is where we were yesterday.
Not sponsored, but we would be if they reached.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, that's like the fourth time we've used. We need to take them, these things. Old adages, because I think even as a child, I heard don't put all your eggs in one basket, didn't really know what that meant. But the reason old adages hang around a lot is there's a fair amount of truth in them. And as we take that into the investment world, putting all your eggs in one basket simply means you want eggs spread out, you want your money spread out over several different baskets. So in case one basket falls, all your eggs don't break. What do you think about that?
There you go.
And so traditionally, that's a stock, bond, and cash portfolio.
Yeah. So diversification, it reduces risk.
Right.
But it doesn't completely eliminate the risk.
I think that over the last few days, we've gotten several calls. That's why we decided to do this. We're not diversified enough, but we are. One of the things we're very careful about is make sure that our clients, the risk tolerance that they have, the amount of risk they want to take matches how we're investing their money. But many people think that if you're diversified, then your portfolio won't go down. And that's not true. And so even in a well-diversified portfolio, when markets are reacting like they're reacting right now to tariffs and, everything else going on, everything is down. The bond market is down. The stock market is down. It's just, there's no place to hide right now.
Yep. So when times are tough, when the market's not doing as well, the idea would be that a well-diversified portfolio doesn't do as bad as the market. The inverse to that, though, the trade-off is sometimes when the market is good, your portfolio doesn't do as well as the market.
Yeah, in the movie, I can't. The title escapes me now. The lead actor says the market is about two things: fear and greed. And so when the market is going up, our greed takes over, and we don't want those bonds because those bonds are only making like 3 or 4%. And we want everything in high flying stocks because we want to make as much money as we can, as fast as we can, because we want to. And then so we do that. And then when the markets turn, and by the way, markets always turn. And when they come down, they say, well, how come I didn't stay in bonds? Well, we didn't stay in bonds because you said you wanted to be more aggressive. And you just have to sit. There's not a silver bullet. There's not one thing that you can do that will reduce risk and get you higher returns. I wish there was something out there, but there's not. And so you're going to have to sit through a bad time somewhere.
So how do we at Swan develop a well-diversified portfolio?
And that's a really good question. The Cornerstone, we start with obviously the goals that people want and the inventory, what they have, where they have it, and when they can get it, Social Security, pensions, and stuff like that. But then for most of our clients, we're going to need the market because we're going to need better returns than inflation over a longer period of time because we're just living so much longer. Mm-hmm. It gets, really, I don't want to get way in the weeds. And so we have a pretty simple way of taking somebody's risk tolerance And then we back into a portfolio that matches the amount of risk they want to take. So we're here to try to get as maximum rate of return for the amount of risk that somebody's willing to take. And that's when we develop a portfolio, it's developed with like 50 years of research by Ibbotson, who tells us how different stocks and bonds and cash will react in certain markets. And so we're very confident about our diversification.
Yeah. So stocks and bonds, generally, the idea is that they have an inverse relationship. As stocks go up, bonds go down. Stocks go down, bonds go up, or that's supposed to be the case, but that hasn't always been true. There's been times. And only the times you really need it to work are the times that it hasn't worked. In 2008, again in 2012, and then during the pandemic in 2021, the stock market took huge hits, and you would hope that the bond market would have buoyed that. But the bond market came right down with them, maybe not as much, but we had a 10 or 15% decline in bonds. And that's not really what you want in an instrument you're buying to minimize risk. And I mean, going back all the way back into the 80s, there's been in the industry a search for a product that would give us downside protection, but still have a lot of, in other words, no losses, but still have, could make a lot of money for people, upside gains. So yeah, we think we have a pretty good solution that solves several different problems with our secret sauce. And the product that we plug in, you can't lose money. We call it zero is your hero, because zero is the worst you're going to get in any 1 year statement. But it can go up. Now, you're not going to get 100% of the market because, the people that make the product have to make money, and that's where they make it. They'll take 30-40% of the upside, but what that does is it keeps you from taking any downside. And we like it especially because for people that have several years, 3 to 10 years to retirement, these things come with lifetime income streams. It's like creating a pension for yourself if you've never had one. You don't take your whole portfolio, you take a percentage of the portfolio, and you just build a pension that will never run out of money. If you wake up one month, you're going to get the check. If you're married, if either one of you wakes up on the first day of the month, you're going to get a check that month. And it provides lifetime income, and that's really what we're after, right? We want to be able to spend money every month. Not many of us want to spend a couple $100,000 today. So that's one of what makes it attractive for people. Yeah. So Hector got pretty excited a couple of days ago because there was an announcement on this product that he was talking about.
Well, they all come. They're a little complicated, but the bottom line is they give us lifetime income stream. For income, because you have two buckets, cash and income, and we want to design these for income, they give you a 30% bonus on the income side. So if you bring over $1 million, they will start using 1.3 million as the dollar amount that they're going to project the income from, right? So a 30% bonus anywhere and anytime, that's a really good thing. But the other thing, even in a down market like we have today, they're guaranteeing that 1.3 million, in our example, it can be less, but at 1.3 is going to get an 8.5% increase every year for the first up to 12 years. And so usually by that time we've turned on income, and we can turn on income anytime we want to. So, man, for $500,000 or $1 million, people can generate income, sometimes all the income they need, and then everything else that they have in a nest egg in their stock market and stuff is just for incidentals or splurging with the family and stuff like that. So that's why I'm so excited about these things. It is now another reason to move if you've been standing on the sidelines and not knowing what to do with the cash because you're scared of the market. I'm going to look at one of these things. Give us a call and see if this is suitable for you. See if this will work in your plan. If it does, 30% is not what do kids say now? It's not a poke in the eye, is what we used to say.
It's not what they say now, but we'll rock with that.
Okay.
If you would like to talk to us about anything you heard or this product that Hector's alluding to, we have a couple different ways that you can contact us. The first way is via phone number, and that is 888-792-6339. That spells out 888-SWAN-DFW. That's on the screen if you're watching, or in the description wherever you're watching or listening. And we also have an email address, and that is info@swandfw.net. That is also in the description or on your screen wherever you're watching or listening. So yeah.
And again, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. And share this with somebody, or like it, or I don't know what else we need to get the algorithms up a little bit. But help us help people around you. And thank you. God bless.
Yep. Catch you all in the next one. The preceding content is informational only and based on information available when created. It is not an offer or solicitation, nor is it tax or legal advice. It does not consider your financial circumstances and objectives and may not be suitable for you.